We have seen a lot of news about China's naval ships docked in Indian Ocean. In recent years, China has increased its lot of influence in the Indian Ocean. For example, Sri Lanka and Maldives. China's influence? How do they do it? China works on simple logic: lure the low-income countries and lend them lots of money. Low-income countries take forever to repay the debt to China, hence the debt trap. In such cases, China works with the borrower and leases the part of the place of the country, which are beneficial to China. For example, Sri Lanka bankruptcy. Many factors were involved in this issue, like corrupt politicians, investments in unnecessary projects, and borrowing lots of money. China has been the biggest creditor for Sri Lanka. Between the years 2000 and 2020, Sri Lanka has borrowed nearly $12 billion from China. China also played a role in Sri Lanka's politics, like favoring the Rajapaksa family. But how does this benefit China? There were lots of projects done by Chinese companies in Sri Lanka, but I want to consider Hambantota port for better understanding. Sri Lanka borrowed nearly $1.7 billion from China to invest on Hambantota project. Big money always comes with a deal, and the deal was to hire only Chinese workforce to construct the port. The port was built by Chinese Harbour Engineering Company. The project was successfully completed, but Sri Lanka has never been able to pay the debt to China. Under heavy pressure and months of negotiations with Chinese government, Sri Lanka handed over the port and 15,000 acres of land around the port to China for 99 years. Now China has all the rights on Hambantota port. Similarly, China lured Maldives and offered them lot of infrastructure projects. Maldives borrowed nearly $3.4 billion for the infrastructure projects in their country. The fun fact here is that as of 2021, the Maldives total GDP was $5.2 billion and the borrowed amount nearly $3.4 billion from China. Since Maldives cannot repay the amount, it became a puppet to China. Now, both the countries gave permission to so-called research ship to dock in their country. In this case, both countries do not have the upper hand to say no because of the debt to China. In this way, China has established its influence in Indian Ocean. If you look at the geographical map, Indian Ocean is far away from China. Have you ever wondered why China wants its influence in Indian Ocean despite of its continuous disputes with neighboring countries? Well, the reason for that is, you see a lot of exports and imports of China pass through Indian Ocean, especially the energy sources like crude oil. If for some reason in the future India stops China's cargo ships, then China's economy can be in the turmoil. So to defend its cargo ships, China needs its navy to safeguard the cargo ships. The Indian Ocean is vast and China needs its naval ships to dock somewhere to rest and refuel. I mean, this is what China is saying so far, but if you look deep into this topic, China's influence has never been this aggressive till 2010. When two competitive countries are next to each other, things do not go well. They always try to dominate the other one. In recent years, we have seen a lot of rapid growth in India's economy. This did not go well with China. You might be thinking why. It's because if India's GDP increases, it becomes more powerful in the Asia and the dominance of China will decrease. So to suppress that, China is making its attempts to provoke India by creating land disputes in northern part of India. For example, clash between Indo-China soldiers at LAC, line of actual control. To add more fuel to that, China now wants to disturb India in the Indian Ocean region. For many years, India is the king of Indian Ocean. India has a dominance over this region and it is untouched by any other country. So China thought, why not Indian Ocean? If China holds this region, it can suppress India by surrounding Indian borders. India doesn't want to let this happen. To put it simple, if your enemy is in your backyard, do you feel comfortable seeing him there? To avoid that, India is doing a lot of investments in the Indian Ocean region and developing naval sector. India needs to step up its naval strength in the Indian Ocean region to keep China out of the borders. As of 2023, China's naval strength is much stronger than India. If China can keep sending its both research ships and naval ships to Indian Ocean, in 10 years you can expect China to send its fleet to Indian Ocean and bully India in the Indian Ocean region. While China is sending its research ships to neighboring countries of India, India is keenly studying the situation and taking measures to counter China. Aircraft carriers play a huge role in the defense sector. These are useful for patrolling and can carry multiple aircrafts, helicopters and missiles. India needs more aircraft carriers to boost its naval strength. India currently has two aircraft carriers, INS Vikramaditya and INS Vikrant. The first aircraft carrier, INS Vikramaditya, was bought from Russia in the early 2000s. The second aircraft carrier, INS Vikrant, is 80% ingenious project. These aircraft carriers can deploy at least 70 aircrafts, and each aircraft carrier is guarded by multiple frigates and destroyers. Adding one more aircraft carrier to this fleet can change the game. With INS Vikrant 80% ingenious, India is looking to make a new aircraft carrier, INS Vishal, to meet 100% ingenious. Although the design and details of this carrier is not released, Indian Navy is working on this project. The new aircraft carrier will be manufactured at Cochin Shipyard Limited. As of now, INS Vishal might be in the design phase and the planned displacement of INS Vishal is expected to be 65,000 tons, which makes it significantly larger than current Indian aircraft carriers. There has been discussions that this aircraft carrier being nuclear powered, but no official confirmation yet. The commission date of this aircraft carrier is currently unknown, but adding one more aircraft carrier to the existing naval fleet could definitely boost the naval strength of India. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe.